So here we go. So it's kind of like an extension of the Global Art Cafe.
Woohoo!
So I don't know. 2024 is a whole new ball game. I posted earlier. Thank you to you guys who've been here supporting me through this whole journey. Lise just ordered what would you call it? Like this signature deck for Bella. So that's going to fly over to the UK. I had 2 decks go to Australia this week, one digital and one of my printed ones, which I have sitting back here. So this is the one that Lisa's going to get for Bella, and an indigo.
Right, she'll love that.
An indigo stone to match her life path color. I think we should draw a card to get us started, and then we're going to dig into the reverse coloring. So when you get the new deck, which is getting up, so I'll just start with some announcements real quick. So as most of you here know, I have been developing the color affirmation deck from this point a few years ago. When I moved to Maple Grove, I developed this. So you guys saw me do that. And then over the past year or so, it's transitioned into what I'm now is now the color affirmation deck. It was much simpler. I reduced the deck from 70 some cards to 36. Well, maybe there's a couple extra now. In the new deck, there are 50 because there are some new cards that were not in the original first versions, and I've edited some of the affirmations. And in the most current deck, which if you want to download the guidebook, FYI, you can go to the current soulquestretreat.com website, and it has everything new. So even if you have an older deck, you get all the new stuff. So I think that's a good deal. One of the most, couple of the most exciting things that I like about the new versions is this card. Like, why didn't I think of it in the beginning? But I have the I am whole card. So it's all the colors. It says I am whole just as I am. The other thing that in this last version, I decided, people need a little bit more. They need a little more. So this card felt a little bit outdated to me. So like, for example, number 1, it says pioneer. Who's a pioneer? I have felt like a pioneer out west here. Let me tell you, where I live right now, there are days I felt like I was Laura Ingalls on the prairie, and we all know where she lived in Minnesota, and that whole thing. So I mean, the dust, the sagebrush is real, the road runners, the whole thing. So anyway, I was feeling the pioneer, but I wasn't feeling it for my deck. So I changed, pioneer is now leader, for example. And then there is a second card. And the second card, so this is more like when you say I am a, you can say I am a leader. I am a influencer, for example, are on that new card. And then on the second deck, it will say, and then you say, when you read the card, say, for example, for red, I am a leader. And then on the second card, it says, I am passionate. So it gives you a little bit more without having to go into the guidebook right in your deck. So those are a little bit of the updates for the deck. The next thing about the deck is not only will it be print on demand in 2024, I'm just finishing up the proofing right now. As you know, there's a few things going on in my life, so it's been a little bit slower than I had wanted. But that print on demand deck will be available soon. We'll just say soonish. And so along with that, and that I will have a link on Amazon. And there is a digital version. You guys, it is so amazing. Like, that I've wanted a digital version all the way along, but an opportunity came up recently where I was able to make that happen. And I'm still learning about it, but some of the things that'll be really awesome about it, one of the things, I had two of those digital decks purchased yesterday. I know one was gifted to someone in Australia, so I don't know what the Aussie connection is, but it's pretty cool. But you download it and it goes on your phone. So Pam, I think your girls would like that. And what's really cool is you bring up so you actually, when it comes up on your phone, you have the card sitting right on your phone. You can actually journal right in the app, and it saves everything you do. Every time you bring up a card or you journal in it, anything you do in there, it'll save it to the cloud, basically, so you can go back and look at it. But what I'm super excited about, so like the basic deck is in there now, and you can also get the guidebook through there. It's awesome. So the next thing I'm going to add to it are, like, for example, people always ask me, and this is going to apply to our class, and I'll get to it soon. This card, where it's just a plain color mixed media art that I created, people always say, what do I do with this? Right? So the next version on the digital deck, I am going to add an audio meditation. Also, when this card comes up, it'll say at the top, I am Rose, or something from the Rose attributes about Rose. And so you'll see that on your phone screen. And so it's going to be a wonderful merging of everything that's coming, because the next thing, which is what we're here for, the reverse coloring, is going to be part of my new creative wellness journal, also on Amazon, along with a complimentary undated planner. So soonish, all those things will be available. I have a black and white proof copy here that I'm going through, and part of that journal is the reverse coloring piece. And yeah, so we're going to talk about that. So I think that's everything. My website, lisakindle.com, will also come online, and once that comes online, all these things will be in there. That is my goal. So there's the business side. I was hoping by talking about this, the people would show up here, but they will. So what is reverse coloring? Let's get into it. What it is, it's going to be one of several things in this creative wellness journal that I provide for you. Like many of you here know, over the last few years, I've created into this program the color affirmation method. So reverse coloring is just one way you can use to relax. So create a calmness for yourself, create some time, develop your creativity, improve your focus, just like journaling, which is another part of the book that will come out. Create a sense of accomplishment. You did something. Hey, you don't have to tell somebody it was coloring. You did, but you got it done, right? Feel energized. Maybe it's a fun way to express yourself. So those are some of the benefits. All you need to do it is your sheet. And I know some people only have black and white printouts. We can work with that. So like, for example, I didn't bring along my color output because my printer is 2 hours away from me. But I have black and white one here. Of the first one, you know what this looks like, which I painted in watercolor a couple years ago. And now, so you're gonna take that, and even if it's black and white, it kind of creates that extra challenge. I know Lise has black and white, she told me. So, go for it. Use it as an extra challenge. You can paint over it with acrylics, like I have them sitting here. Little acrylics, watercolor, crayon, pencil. So you can paint, or you can just use a marker. I didn't grab it. I have a white pen, or like colored pens. Here. So colored pens, anything. Just go in your office, in your space, and grab what you want to play with. Colored pencils. Got those here. Got those. So whatever you feel like playing with today. So grab paint, markers. Black or white is probably the easiest, so maybe start with that. If you got the black and white, you might want to do acrylic. Oh, hey, here's Pyle. She's in Connecticut. One of my favorite artists. So I'm gonna. So this is the one we're talking about right now, and what I did was, let's wait for her to jump on. I see somebody walking up too. I'm gonna let her in. So here it is. Take a peek. Teaser. Hang on. We'll let somebody in the party, literally. Come on in. We're online. We're online. So come on, take a spot at the table. Okay. The ladies are already there. All right. Say hello. If you want to sit next to me. Okay. This is Susan. She's coming in from Tucson. Hi, everyone. You can't see her yet. So we were just getting into what is reverse coloring.
Well, good, because that was my first question.
Yeah. So what I did with this, I don't expect anybody to go to this much work, but you certainly can. So many of you know I keep an art journal, a regular journal, and what I do is a lot of times I paint over my journaling and create an art page. So this page was blank, and I took this, I cut it out, pasted it on here, and then I gessoed around it. And then I got a little crazy, as I normally do, you know how I am. And so then I took my acrylic paint and I just started building up layers. And well, actually a step before that, you might have seen it online. What I did was I cut it out. So there was a lot of extra space around there. And so I took a light colored pencil and I extended the lines. I extended the drawing. I created the pattern. And then once I had created that pattern around it that you see, I started to paint it in. That's kind of fun. So it was all I could do not to add details, because you know how I love my details, you guys. So this is another example of, not in the book, but I did a painting. Raditzia's seen this. Is I did a painting. I don't know if we really liked how it turned out, but again, I'm just doodling over top of another piece of artwork. So like something like this that has nothing on top, you could go in here and create something. Carolyn, who you see here, I'm going to share a couple examples of work that was done. I'm going to share, let's see if I can bring it up here. Let's see if I can bring up an example here. Oh, it's a file. Hang on. I don't have my two screens, so I guess maybe I won't do that. Let's go back. So what you can do is you can just simply outline the shapes on your page and fill them in with color. Or if you have a colored output, you can outline them with like that. If you want, I think there's a white marker sitting on my art table there. Here's one here too. So that's the simplest way. And really that's all it is. So Carolyn, she had this, I really loved what she did. She had the cactus page. So there's 3 pages. So pick the one that you feel most connected with right now and use that one. So the cactus one is all different colors of green. So my stepdaughter did it when she was with us over Christmas, and she used a white paint pen on the green outline. Well, before she did that, she took acrylic paint pens, which I have a whole set of, and all different colors. And she just colored in the spaces of the cactuses and the agaves, and then she outlined it with white. So everybody does something different. Now, Carolyn, what she did was, she has a really interesting style, which I love, is she drew in with pen or pencil little creatures, and she called it the strange desert. And it's really cool. I'll post it after we're done online so you guys can see it too. I wanted to share it, and I usually have my 2 screens, and so I'm not sure how I can share it here.
You should be able to do share screen.
Well, except it's a file I need to open. Here, let me.
It should do that.
Here, let me. Whoops. Let me see if I can make it happen so that I can show you without losing you. Hang on, this is somebody else. Okay. Person coming. Here, let me try this. So show me which one you're going to work on. Everyone, just hold up your sheet. What are you going to work on? Okay, and I know Raditya started.
I'm printing mine out right now.
Okay. Ask me any questions quick while I go and work on that. Then you guys can be working while I fiddle with that.
So do you always want to use more than one medium?
You can do whatever you want. You can just stick to a Sharpie. You could do a Sharpie, or like so black or white is good, depending on the image and what you have.
So this is no rules, Lisa.
There are no rules.
No rules.
I mean, a little bit, like, but essentially, I'm not going to tell you what to do. And how freeing is that? Which is the whole point of creative wellness. And what I'm doing is, you guys know how I am. So like, I want to tell you what to do, but not really. So like, I want to create something where you have something in your life, you don't have someone telling you what to do. I can give you, yes, I was going to say, I'm going to give you some guidelines. So guidelines are, you know, pick your medium, pick a couple things, stick with it. You know, we've talked about in past Global Art Cafe meetings where we did art is maybe limiting yourself is more freeing. So while you can do all the things, sometimes you just need something simple. You sit down in front of the TV, or you grab a cup of tea and you turn some music on. and just take the pen. Do that one day, like outline everything. That could be enough. And then you go back another time and you get your colored pencils, or like I did with this one, I filled it in with the acrylic paint in layers and layers. I could still go over this with my white paint pen. It's everything I can do not to do that, because I kind of like it, but I love to doodle. So like, it's hard for me to resist that. I did do some there. But really, you know, pick paint. I've got everything on the table here. I just see it. Here's Susan. Say hello. Hi there. She's here. And so on the table, you can see all kinds of things. You know, colored pens, acrylic paint, color crayons.
Oh, pass me the acrylic paint.
Show you the
Oh.
acrylic paint? What?
Yeah. Can we have some, you know,
Yeah, I'll
digital
send some right
acrylic paint
over.
here?
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to use fancy. And you could, you know how I am, I love my layers. So you could start, if you've got the black and white, go ahead and use watercolor even, or colored pencil, and layer it up, like create like a base and then kind of rough it in. And then like, I kind of did that with this because my acrylic paints are not that great quality. So it took several layers, but I like that because it creates depth in the artwork. But really, that's not the point to create artwork here necessarily. It's more about having fun. A lot of times I'll create something and I go over it, like this one here. This was something else underneath, and then I created paint over it. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys just, you know, maybe outlining is a great first step for some. Some of it's maybe filling in your objects, the cactus or whatever it is, with color. I know Raditya started with outlining, and then she has patterns. And actually, one of the things I want to say, so with this journal, part of the reason I did this event, I'm hoping that all of you will be willing to let me share whatever you create, whatever you make with your sample in this published journal. We don't have to put your name in it, but we can, maybe your location, whatever. And then when somebody goes to the page in the journal, opposite that piece of artwork that you printed will be everybody's sample. And believe me, even the couple that I have so far are very different. And that's what it's about. Everybody's art will be different and unique just as they are. And it's about expressing yourself, right? All right, I'm gonna let you play and be quiet for a minute. And we'll check back in a few minutes. Okay, let's exit the screen.
I hate these. It's hard work.
Please print another one.
That's true. That's true. Marker where you kind of have to start. Yeah.
Oops, there. Now, how do I get this? Let's go to. There it is. Okay, it wasn't so bad. I just don't want you all waiting. Okay, so there you go. Look at, I did it, guys. So you can see Carolyn's artwork there is on the right. And she's not on screen, but that's okay. There's her little strange desert, as she called it. And then on the left is my stepdaughter's art. She took my paint pens, which are sitting here. Hang on, and show you. So, yes.
I only see one of them.
Oh. Okay. Are you on your phone, maybe?
There's kind of a delineation line down between the two.
Is this, can you see?
Oh, now, okay, yeah.
Okay, so I was talking about the paint pens. So a friend of mine was from Minnesota too. She lives down here in Tucson, only about 6 miles from me. But she ordered these paint pens. I'm not advertising for this, you guys, but Temu, okay? And they actually work really great. And so I ordered them, and she used these to color this in. that was her first step. So she took the acrylic paint pens, and that was her first step. So if you have the desert one, that's what she did. Right over the black and white, you could do that too. And then she outlined it with a white, actually here it is, it's a uniball. So I'm giving you some tips on, Posca pens are great, but they're kind of pricey. So this was a great option and they actually work good. I can show you something else I created with the paint pens. That's
Get Amazon.
what's that?
You get them on Amazon.
Yeah, you could get them on Amazon too. Different. This one will really show off the paint pens. So this is my art journal, and this one is one I did recently, and this artwork will be in the journal that I'll have on Amazon. So this is paint pen over mixed media and acrylic. So as usual, I went a little nuts, but that's what you can do if you really want to spend a lot of time meditating and making a lot of marks. But the paint pens are great. There's a lot of freedom there.
What kind of paper are you using? Is it just the sketchbook?
That's
paper?
just a plain old sketchbook.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop sharing. Everybody saw the samples now. So that
Yeah.
gives you an idea of what I'm loving about this, honestly, is you can see how different these are, right? Like the little critters. It's very sweet, right? Who doesn't? I love that. Don't you love it? And then you've got this one that's very colorful. It's using your imagination. So really there is, again, not that rule. You don't have to follow the rules. Raditya, do you want to share yours? I know you're a little bit further along. You were working on it. I'm putting you on the spot. She loves it though. Here, let me make you. Let me.
That's nice.
Oops. Here, hold
Did
it
you
up
start off with it in color, or did you start off with it in black and white?
No, it was color.
It was color.
There, show it again.
Yeah,
now.
it was color.
Yeah.
I colored a little bit here, the same colors.
Yeah.
Then right now I'm doing up here. Oh, that's really
Yeah.
great. I love all the
Wish I could
hearts,
come on color. Yeah.
Right? So you can
and I
see
like
yeah.
like it. It's really great.
Mhm.
You use so many different kinds of styles in there. I love that.
Yeah, and it's fun. It's actually exactly like Lisa said. When you start one thing, you then don't like
Then you
the
try
one
something
thing was, and
new.
then you just
Yeah.
continue. Like the first thing I did was like she was saying, like the black lines
Yeah.
was the first thing, and then they were going all over the page, and then I started this one. Oh no, this one here.
Mhm.
And then I went over all, and then I did this one, and I just like went back and forth, but then I changed the material to pastels, but then today when I started, I was doing the color pencil.
Mhm. Right. So that's really a great example, which I like. As you can see here, this is very different than the two samples we just looked at. And what I love about it is don't be, and Susan here just said to me in my ear, she's like, well, I hate to ruin it. Well, full disclosure, you guys can print out multiple copies, number one. Number two, I would love to see someone transform it entirely. That's okay. You can make it something different. Like Raditya has the heart in there. So, don't be afraid to make it something different. Hopefully
I don't think you can ruin it. I don't think.
No,
I don't think that's not a word should be in your vocabulary, because I don't think that is what you're going to do. I think everyone makes something different depending on what medium they pick up. You got color pencil in your hand, you got a pastel, you got a paintbrush, you got whatever you've got,
Yeah, like you can't ruin it. You're right. Like there's no wrong answer.
There's no rule.
It says that we have 10 minutes left, but I'll reopen the meeting. So if we leave, just come back to the same place. Yes. Play is the operative word. Did you hear that, folks? Play. Oh, I never drew an affirmation. Let's draw one while you're working. Say hi to Pyle in Connecticut, one of my favorite exciting artists. She's been sick. Sorry about that. How are
It's
you
going
today?
around.
How are you feeling today?
I'm better. I'm still having some wheezing, but
Oh, you going all right?
yeah, but it's better than it was last week.
So she is an artist. She's a nurse. Are you still? You're still a nurse. But
I'm
that's
still
how-
a nurse practitioner. Yep.
Yep. And she's also an artist. And we became friends a lot like Radizi and I. We met in some kind of webinar chat a few
Yep.
years ago. And we're gonna have a chat soon.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna draw us an affirmation. How about I let Susan draw one?
Ooh, I get to pick.
Susan.
I am refined. Ooh, I am beautiful, charming, and intelligent. I like that one.
Yeah. There you are. It's our word for the day.
That's not one I remember seeing in that.
Yes, Susan actually had me do something custom. She liked one of the cards so well in the deck. I made artwork and made it into an acrylic block for her.
And I have it sitting in my guest room where I do a lot of my thinking meditation.
So that was fun. Vanessa's on her way. All right, they're kind of fun, aren't they?
Yeah, I would never order something off a team, but
Maybe you can find the brand somewhere.
right.
No, it says what brand it is.
Yeah, that's the brand, right?
I'm sure Amazon has some too.
Probably. Of course, it's made in China. Yeah. That was confusing.
Right? You can always use like gel pens. So like the gold is kind of fun, gold and silver. This is called a China marker. It's actually like more like a
grease
pencil.
pencil.
Yeah, grease pencil. You used to use them. Well, in Minnesota, it was cup stores. I remember going as a kid with my mom, and you put the price on the cans. Maybe I'm old.
Used them in the military on the plexiglass.
Yeah.
That one doesn't really want
Sometimes they're stubborn.
it. Oh, yeah. There we go.
So that's really all there is to it. You just have some fun. Lise, how's yours looking? Let's see.
Not good.
Don't believe her. Don't believe it.
Or gel pen.
Okay. You can always like gesso over things, or you could use your acrylic paint and paint over things. So like, just have fun with it. Or print a new sheet. If you don't like it, no one needs to know. The whole objective is just to enjoy yourself and not worry about the outcomes.
I mean, I know I've not used it for like 3 years, but you have to dry up.
Yeah, you have to use them more than once every 3 years.
Obviously. Awesome.
How's it going for you, Courtney?
This is kind of new for me.
Background's covering you up. You're in the grass. Oh, there you go. Oh, oh, oh.
Can you,
I used to use that background. I always felt like I was in the Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
It doesn't want to show it.
It has to be in front of you,
Right.
in front
Hold
of
it in
your
front of your
body,
face.
There,
Oh,
almost had it.
or not enough, I guess.
try it again. Oh,
Oh,
you gotta look fast.
where's my camera? There.
Oh, oh. Maybe what I'll do is
closer to you.
yeah, after we're done, if you want to post your finished whatever you feel like when you feel done with it, if you wouldn't mind sharing it in the Global Art Cafe under the post for today's party, that would be lovely. Get a really nice photo, the best photo you can.
I'm sorry I can't show it because I'd like to see what other folks are doing. I try to get it to go outside, staying in the box of the color, leaves on it. And then I wrote over it, which is just, that's so hard to do. You're not supposed to write on top of your paintings.
Well, that's what these were created for, so you can. This is as many people here know me, I'm always about challenging existing beliefs, right? So it's okay in this case.
The things I have tried to put on here are things I want 2024 to be for me.
Okay.
I moved out here to the desert from east of the Mississippi, and it's been a very hard adjustment with the desert, the weather, life is, I'm not here, do you feel you? I could do the whole litany. Anyway, 24 is for me to grow. So bloom,
Using it as a vision board.
experiment, in 2024, give yourself permission to bloom, peace, try it, courage, just things I need to hear.
Love it.
I gifted the deck that I bought from you of colors. I gifted someone else who has an intentional daily devotion time, and she is loving it.
Oh,
Got to buy one for me, and I'm going to try the digital if I can figure out how to use it online.
well, it'll be right now. My understanding is it's only on your phone. So if you've got, an Apple or Android, whatever, it should be pretty simple. But hopefully we can get together in person and you can pick out the deck that you want. And I've got some really cool things here. And I think we already know we have a lot to talk about because I moved to Arizona recently too. And I feel you there, and we have we've exchanged a lot of messages, a lot of common things for the new year.
Yes.
And I'm new to Tucson. I'm not new to Arizona, but I'm new to Tucson, and it's still an adjustment.
Right. Yeah. So tell your.
Thank you, Lisa. I'm gonna have to get going.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a little bit of what I've been doing.
Oh, okay. Well, and your thing is kind
Little
of
flashes. How's that?
I can see a little.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
It's looking
nice.
good, Pam.
Woo!
Will you post it in the